I thought she was free. Then the net yanked again, hard, and her breath broke like the ocean changed its mind. It wasn't gone at all. It was hiding underwater, waiting for one wrong turn to bite deeper. I pressed close to her head, steady and quiet, because panic would tighten everything we still couldn't see. For one gentle moment she moved forward, and hope rose. Then I felt the tension return beneath her skin. The boat stayed on her left, not rushing, as if it understood that fear can kill faster than nets. I circled slowly, reading the water, searching for the exact place where the net still held her. The current moved strangely near her side, like the sea itself was pointing at the trap. There it was, a hidden loop, green and stubborn, pressing into her body with every breath she took. She stiffened again, and I saw her strength shake, so I stayed closer, trying to lend her mine. I wanted to touch the net, but I froze because helping the wrong way could hurt her even more. The waves began to rise, and each roll of her body pulled the loop tighter, like it was learning her. If she thrashed, it would bite deeper. If she stopped, exhaustion would swallow her. Either way felt cruel. I stayed at her head, breathing with her, counting each exhale, begging the ocean to give us time. The boat drifted closer on her left. I watched the hands above, hoping they would be gentle, not fast. A long tool reached toward the green net, and my mother's body tensed, fear rising before the metal even touched. A wave lifted the tool away at the worst moment. The miss felt loud, and my heart dropped with it. My mother flinched, and I held my breath, because one sudden move could turn pain into disaster. The boat corrected, slower, closer, steadier. I saw patience return, and it made me brave enough to stay. Metal clicked softly, net fibers stretched, and for a second everything balanced until the sea pushed again. Then the loop loosened just a little, no freedom yet, but less pain, and that tiny change felt like light. The relief didn't last long. Her body shook again, and the net answered every movement with pressure. I felt her strength slipping between breaths, like the ocean was slowly draining her from inside. I stayed close to her eye, steady and visible, hoping my presence could slow her fear. The water grew louder around us, and the calm I trusted earlier began to disappear. Each wave rocked her body slightly, and the net learned exactly where she was weakest. I wanted her to stop moving, but stopping meant sinking into exhaustion she might not escape. I wanted her to swim forward, but every push pulled the net tighter against her skin. There was no safe choice left, only less terrible ones, and time was shrinking fast. I pressed my body closer, matching her rhythm, trying to become something she could lean on. Her breathing grew uneven again, and I counted each breath like it might be the last. The boat stayed on her left, steady against the waves, and I watched it like a promise. I didn't understand humans, but I understood patience, and they were choosing it now. The waves slapped the hull, testing their balance, just as the ocean tested my mother. I watched the distance close slowly, afraid that rushing would turn hope into panic. Her body trembled again, and I felt how tired she was becoming beneath the pain. I stayed at her head, breathing with her, lending calm where strength was fading. The net creaked softly beneath the water, a quiet sound that carried too much threat. I realized then that silence didn't mean safety, it only meant waiting. boat moved closer again, careful and slow,
The ocean
as if
held
every
its
second
breath.
mattered now. I felt fear rise in her body, and I knew the next moment would decide everything. The boat eased in on her left, slower than the waves, and that careful pace made my fear hesitate. I watched their hands hover above the water, and I hoped gentleness could be stronger than urgency. My mother's I looked forward, but her body listened backward, waiting for the next pull of pain. The long tool extended toward the green net, and I felt the ocean hold its breath with us. Metal hovered close, not touching yet, and that tiny pause felt like respect. Then the water shifted. A wave lifted the tool at the worst second, and it missed the net. My heart dropped as fast as it rose. My mother flinched without moving far, like she was afraid to turn pain into panic, so I stayed steady. The net creaked again, quiet but sharp, and I knew even a small mistake could make the loop bite deeper. The boat backed off a fraction, then returned, slower, as if they were learning the ocean's rhythm. I breathed with my mother, matching her exhale, because calm was the only thing I could give her. The tool approached again, closer and steadier, and the hands above moved like they were afraid to harm her. The ocean rolled under us again, but they held position, and that steadiness made my hope return carefully. My mother's body tensed, then softened, as if she understood they were trying to remove pain, not cause it. I watched the loop line closely, waiting for any change, because even a millimeter could mean survival tonight. Then it happened. The loop loosened slightly, not enough to free her, but enough to soften the bite. My mother exhaled deep, and the sound wasn't relief alone. It was permission for hope to exist again. The net still touched her body, but the pressure changed, and I felt her strength return in small pieces. The boat stayed on her left, ready for another careful attempt, and I knew this fight wasn't finished. We weren't free yet, but the pain had shifted, and that tiny change felt like the first step out of darkness. My mother chose a direction and moved forward, slow but deliberate, like she was reclaiming control from the net. I swam close beside her head, keeping pace, because staying near was the only courage I understood. The boat remained on her left, quiet and steady, and the space between us felt like fragile trust. The net still clung to her body, but it no longer ruled every movement. It only threatened in shadows. My mother exhaled again, deeper this time, and the bubbles rose like small signs that she was still here. The sun lowered toward the horizon, and the water changed color, warm gold fading into colder blue. I listened for the net's creak, because in dim light, sound becomes the only way to see danger. I listened for the net's creak, because in dim light, sound becomes the only way to see danger. A small swell rolled under us, and I felt her body tense, then soften again, choosing calm over panic. The boat held position on her left, not chasing, not leaving, as if it promised to stay through dusk. I stayed so close I could feel her wake, and I followed it like a path out of fear. The net's green color faded into the dark water, and that frightened me. Hidden danger is always sharper. My mother's breathing steadied for a moment, and I counted each exhale, refusing to let time rush us. The ocean grew quieter, but not kinder, and I realized night doesn't forgive mistakes or weakness. The boat's engine murmured softly on her left, a low sound that felt like company in the dark. My mother slowed slightly, saving strength, and I stayed beside her head, guarding her calm with mine. Dusk deepened, and shadows wrapped around us like another net, soft, silent, and impossible to cut. The ghost net still touched her body, and I hated how something abandoned could keep hurting for so long. I looked toward the boat on her left, and I understood they were fighting the same enemy, time. My mother kept moving into darker water, not free yet, but alive, still choosing to survive with me beside her. Night has arrived, and we're not finished. Follow part 3, because the dark makes every rescue harder.